Welcome back. Just got back from the range. Yeah, I did. What are we looking at today? We're going to look at Hibiskissed Blonde from Castle Danger. Just in case it's the only one of these that I drank. Gotta go add this to the regiment. As it's turned out, it's turned into the row of shame for Castle Danger. There's only been one so far that I'd ever get again. That was the summer slice. Oh yeah, the one that got the captain on a timeout, and the video deleted from WokeTube, but it's on Rumble. All filled full of all that nudity. Just like the big titty woman that shows you how to breastfeed a plastic baby and naked yoga. That's right, WokeTube just likes big cocks because they're gay. Okay, so it has a little bit of a kind of poured out, having a little bit more of a pinkish look to it, but in the glass it's more like a thick, kind of a thick amber. And it smells like flowers. Wonder why. Oh wait. Hey Google, what's hibiscus?
According to Wikipedia, hibiscus is a genus of flowering plants in the mallow family, Malvaceae. The genus is quite large, comprising several hundred species that are native to warm temperate, subtropical and tropical regions throughout the world.
And it tastes like shit. Okay. On Tampon Tim, I mean Seagram's Blue, whatever Nyhap said, J-Dog says, Heart Club Mr. Holster. Just a bit outside. Then Rich says, cheers all. Cheers, Richie Poo. Dad says to him, cheers, Rich. Mike says, cheers. Cheers, Mike. Excuse me. Smile Money says here. Cobra says be back in a bit. Maybe. It's because he had to go work on the Enterprise. Smile Money. More people of quality character in Matt's circle of friends. Laugh out loud. Salty says I naked. That you naked. That I naked. That you naked. I am naked. And Miss 27 says to him, just sounds like naked gibberish. Must be drunk on naked again. And Salty says back to him, it's a naked secret. Ooh, look, Joey's face is right in the cooter. Smile Money, what can you lose out on being married? I am, curious what you heard. I know high-income couples have tax disadvantages, but if I was in the situation, I could probably afford it. This is true. No titties, but what the hell? Nyhap just sent me. Evidently, he got an inside look at Matt's break room at work. as you will see when you watch the review, your timing is impeccable. Today was taking class and renewing my and Christine's conceal and carry permits for the fine state of Minnesota. And well, here's what Steve has you do. You are we are supposed to stand same distance as me and you right now and fire 3 times from right here. And then we were supposed to put the gun in our offhand and keep the gun right here and fire 3 times. Then we backed up 2 feet and repeated the same thing. And then we backed up 2 feet and shot 3 shots, and then backed up 2 feet and shot 3 shots, and then backed up 2 feet, and we were supposed to put 1 in the head and 1 in the I kind of put it in the junk, but we were supposed to put a shot between here and here, because he said that the recommendation is if a center mass shot isn't doing you any good, that the hip is the largest frontal target that you would have on somebody, easier than trying to shoot someone in the head. And I don't know, maybe this test was to show. My problem is this is the only one I'm not really proud of right here. This was Christine's target and this was mine, is because I was really hoping to put 1 right there, not right there, but it was lightly raining the entire time we were doing this, and when we basically walked up to the line, he went over everything before we were supposed to do it, and so I spent more time standing like this than I did doing that, and my holosun was slowly filling up with water. And earlier today I was at work, so I had the combination of shirt, lint, and skin. So when I didn't aim or use sights for any of my shots except for the last 2, and that turned out to be pretty much useless. The glass was all messed up because it was a sea of skin, fabric fuzz, and a lake. So I still managed to. I think Christine was actually worried for the last 2 days when she found out that he actually took the shooting portion of it seriously. And she, like always, David, if you're watching, always is her worst enemy for self-doubt. Steve looked at Christine's target. First of all, you are allowed to miss the whole target. If you put a ragged little hole right here, that was the same as hitting it. You are allowed to miss this target for 3 shots. And Christine didn't miss one shot. And Steve was actually standing here going, well, Christine, if I was to critique you at all, he says what she does is slap the trigger, fire and come off of it way too far and then get back down onto it. But he goes, it's hard to argue with the fact that this was a 3-shot group, this was a 3-shot group. I think, I don't know. I think this was actually her headshot. This was the only one that she really biffed. But yeah, I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think one of these. is the headshot. So you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Either way, he's like, well, I don't have to go over much more with the two of you. You guys are obviously shooters. He's like, he just kept telling Christine that he said her target was probably the best of any female that he's had go through his class. So, I was proud of her. The best part is I said, so do you want to run up there a little bit early so you can shoot a little bit? And she's just like, you know what? No, I don't want to keep second doubting myself. I don't want to by accidentally use up some good shots practicing. Okay, so I mean, obviously it makes the most sense that I qualify for my conceal and carry permit with my carry gun, and she, who is still in the hunt for a carry gun, she qualified with her Smith & Wesson Performance Center because that's the gun she's the most accurate with. Of course, almost none of these shots were done by aiming. I mean, Christine has never shot or practiced shooting basically the equivalent to pulling it out of the holster and just aiming, or not even aiming, just pointing. So Smile Money, I realize there's no actual video footage of it taking place. At least I did bring back the evidence of how we shot to get our conceal and carry permits. It would have been nice if it didn't rain, but it still got done. It didn't get canceled or anything, so. And it was done up at our range up on Island Lake, and Steve's a really good guy. I realize that it's probably not going to be anything that any one of you could possibly use, but just giving credit where credit is due, Steve has been my FFL on the last handful of transfers, and he also can get you hooked up with the Utah carry. He actually recommended Florida. He said Florida gets us everything we need. Okay, so how does this make any sense? Everybody, you know how many people I know, if you said right now, how in your brain, what do you feel is the best state of the United States for gun rights? Up until I started, doing some research and realizing how many pieces of shit Californian libtards are moving to Texas, I would have said Texas was like the number one for gun rights. Texas, I think, is like number 7 or something like that. So, there's an app that I have to get. Steve was telling me about it. It's like $2.99 to get the app, and then to renew the app each year, it's $1. And it gives you all of the laws of every single state as you click on the map. So if you click on, I have a Minnesota, it gives you all of the laws for the Minnesota concealed carry, and then it shows you what states have reciprocity. So, I'm gonna go to Texas. I'm gonna go spend a week with my family, Jeremy and Caitlin, and I'm sure soon to be cuz never had the opportunity to meet them, anything like that. Really looking forward to it. And I'm looking at Steve's. Steve actually had a few printed out reciprocities, and I was like, I can literally drive from Minnesota to Texas border, and I am recognized by every state between here and there. And then we get to Texas, and they don't recognize the Minnesota permit. But Texas is a constitutional carry. You have to look at the rules. I don't know if that means that I would be able to carry as a non-resident or not. I have to look into it. I'm probably going to get answers from you guys. I also don't know, and because Minnesota is not a constitutional carry, so I haven't had to look it up. What exactly, technically, does that mean? And when I ask the question, I ask, when you are a state that has constitutional carry, I realize that you don't have to pay the government, you can just carry a gun. But can you carry the gun concealed? Or does it have to be visible in constitutional carry? I don't know. I could probably ask the internet hooker, but I'm not. I'll look it up. But yes, if you happen to be in the area and you need an FFL transfer, or anything that's carry class or any of the above, Steve's a really good guy. This is the fourth time that I've renewed my concealed carry. We used to have longer intervals, and the libtards have it down to 5 years now here. He's probably the paperwork part of it. You know, there's a place down the street. Actually, Jolson, you were just asking me about it. Puglisi Guns. Their concealing carry class is like 3 nights. It's like 6 or 8 hours, or 6 hours a class, and then 2 hours out on a range or something like that. Just totally fucking ridiculous. Steve, if we had just kept it straight to the paperwork and not the constant dissertations, which is still good. He's been everything from a undercover narcotics cop to a sheriff to he's got a pretty long law enforcement life. And the other one I want to give a huge shout out to is I finally had the opportunity, Lake Armory. I finally had the opportunity to go down there. They are literally like less than 5 minutes away from here. And I got to meet Nick, the owner. Nice store. See so many places like this come and go. I really hope, if Nick hears me say this, I really hope his business works. Seems like he's not too much of an asshole. Actually, I told him that, and he goes, "Oh, no, you're wrong. I am an asshole." It's a nice little store. He stocks almost look like most of the stuff from Magpul, like a whole wall of Magpul stuff. The only thing he didn't recommend is I guess Magpul came out with an ambi safety selector, and everything is plastic. And he goes, I don't have one and a gun to show you, but I can let you. I think he handed me a all polymer Smith & Wesson AR chambered in .22 long rifle, and that had a plastic safety selector in it. He goes, it feels identical to that. There is no pronounced detent. It was a piece of shit. He said he bought 4 of them, and when those 4 are gone, he will never ever be restocking them. Other than that, I, as a show of appreciation, a meet and greet, I purchased this M-Lock angled foregrip. It's the first one in the collection. Kind of looks like the barrel of the rifle is attached to it, but it's I did like it, and I tell you what, for a small gun shop in West Duluth, he had a very nice stocking of miscellaneous gun parts. You know, mostly AR-15, AR-10 style stuff, and his prices, like for instance the MS1 sling like this, I want to say that it was at least $10 cheaper from him than I've seen it in other either way. Even if it's the exact same price, I am going to be buying anything I can from his shop because it's a local guy, seems like a good guy, and I want to participate in a Second Amendment friendly gun store making it in my area. I mean, not to mention, if I need something, I can just go down there and have him order it. So, yeah, I think it was $20, $20 or $24 for that Magpul sling with the single point, double point setup on it was $39 in multiple colors. Plus, they had the other offerings from Magpul. Like I said, all of the stocks, all of the little adapters and rail pieces, and yes. So, just a big shout out to Nick at Lake Armory in West Duluth. And Steve. Good local guys. I think I found a guy actually through my buddy Tom, which also up at Island Lake Inn. One of Island Lake Inn's board members does conceal and carry classes. I could be wrong. I don't want to be a shit starter, but instead of $75 a person, he charges $60. But I'm not sure if he does the range part of it. This was also me and Christine and Steve. So I could have probably spent even more time than we did. He was like, any questions along the way, anything. So it wasn't like a room full of people. It was, I called and I said, I have Thursday morning available because Christine is off. And he said, how about we meet at Island Lake at 10 o'clock? Done. And I'm glad that he does the range part of it. He takes it very seriously. He's like, I don't want to, he's like telling Christine, he goes, I'm not going to have you, hold the gun over your shoulder and shoot the toothpick out of my mouth or something like that. But the skills that I push are the real world scenario. Like that last 2 shots, the head to showing how hard it is to hit the head. And then, of course, under the stress of a shoot, everything is different. But the headshot was kind of to show how hard it is to actually do headshots versus aiming for the hip area. You shatter a hip bone and they're going down. And he quite a few times today said stuff that I honestly had never thought about, and it was like, here's a 75-year-old guy, ultra passionate about making sure people are properly carrying guns. Like he even said, he goes, I don't want the government in my life telling me that I have to do this and I have to do that. He goes, but when it comes to firearms, he goes, I have seen some bullshit in my life. I mean, hell, one of the times that me and Christine, David, and Bunky were up at Island Lake, a off frequency couple showed up. One of them was looked like this, and one of them looked like that, and I'm sure it was a scenario where he couldn't legally own a gun, so he got the girlfriend to go in, and now that's a real straw purchase, go in and buy the gun, and then it's like, David's like, let's, I can't remember if we were all there, for maybe it might have been just me and David that day. All I remember is when we saw we saw the less than safe antics going on. We figured we'd just leave. I think Dave did ask if they're members, and of course the answer was yes. But we're not like a brother Tom who would be like, I need to see it. Gals with guns. Spy Money, how can they make money putting the jab in energy drinks? Please get a bullcrap detector.
Warning, bullshit alert.
I missed an opportunity. I'm sorry. Spy Money, AI overview. No, it is not currently feasible or safe to put most existing vaccines in energy drinks. Matt, stop listening while drunk. Just again, because I missed the opportunity yesterday, Matt saying that they put the vaccine in energy drinks.
That was bullshit.
Smart Money? So good to see Matt, and it was just a brief camo. Perfect. Smile Money Diet Beer. Well, the additional beer Matt delivered and the multiple shots blew that diet plan. But I have, and I really don't. I know some of you may disagree, but I actually honestly enjoy a good salad. Last night, only because I was taking advantage of the new grill. Here's what I like. Yes, I know. Spy Money. I unfortunately, the little smoke box that Sharky purchased for us when he was here, it got rusty, and I threw it out when I was carrying the grill, my old grill, over to Toby's garage. But I could get another one. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I would need to do in the scenario of a flat top. I'd probably have to use a torch, but I still have the two big bags of cedar chips, and I think it was apple chips and bourbon. I don't remember. He bought two different kinds. I could still put that smoker on the griddle side when you're doing things like chicken breasts or stuff like that. But last night I made up the 3 cheese hamburger patties, and I tell you, it may not have ended up with that nice smoky charcoal grill smell to it, but the 3 cheese, you might as well try grilling a bag of gasoline, because as soon as that bag rips, aka the cheese starts to melt in the 3 cheese patties. Doesn't do that on the flat top. I really like that. And if we have to bottom line it, for all of you people that are like briquettes or nothing, otherwise why even bother? It doesn't give you the flavor. You can simulate the flavor with the smoker tubes, but no fires. The burgers weren't destroyed. They cooked. That grill. I don't know a scenario where you would put it on high. It's got 2 dials, so it's got 2 different sides. The only thing that it does that, and I don't know why, because when you lift the griddle part up and off to see the burners are from front to back. They are producing a flame identical on the front to the back, but whatever is on the back half, like if you put 2 patties here and 2 patties here, these 2 are going to be done a lot sooner than these ones. So all I did is when I flipped, I rotated, kind of like car tires. But yesterday was a no alcohol day. Smile money. All I can say is I can't be perfect, but been eating a lot of salads and I've been really enjoying it. And last night I had 1 hamburger patty, no bun, nothing. The only thing I did is I poured some Crybaby Craig hot sauce over the top of it, and then I had my my lettuce, cucumber, tomato, carrot, cheese, jalapeno, sunflower seeds, and I like blue cheese, chunky blue cheese. Again, get the rankest blue cheese chunks, you know. Hey, I should put Limburger in my salad. Who took a shit in the salad? I don't know. Din says, take a sip of some kind of liquid. Well, you could say just take a... Well, I suppose that does open me up for options if I want. Otherwise, take a sip of what you're drinking, damn it. Cheap old gun guy. Life is like a box of crayons. Most people are 8 color boxes, but what you really are looking for are the 64 color boxes with the sharpener on the back. I fancy myself to be a 64 color box, though I've got a few missing. Mega. Oh, sorry. Cobra says, DeLorean 7. D7 is a miss. D's nuts. One sky, my brother. Okay, one sky. What would you rather get your hands on? I know. It's a hard choice. One guy says, Pecorino is an Italian hard cheese produced from sheep's milk. The name Pecorino derives from pecora, which means sheep in Italy. Enjoy some sheeperino. Miss 27 says, is it good? Sharky says, Pecorino Romano is fantastic, like real Parmigiano Reggiano, really, what he said, but with a bit more bite, and with real, with real, I mean from Italy. Mr. 27 says back to him, okay, that does sound like cheese I'd like. Yeah, the only thing I found out is, one, nobody has it in town that I'm aware of, because the place that I also want to go, because supposedly they have a Limburger over there. Now, I don't know if it's the same stuff that I can just drive down the street and get at the grocery store. The Castle brand. Oh, yeah. Couldn't remember if I started that or not. It's almost gone. Sad day. There's a place over in Superior called Yes Cheese, and they're open from 5 p.m. Oh, smells like someone shit their pants. They're open from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm not in Superior, Wisconsin during those hours, but I tell you, of all the places I have now been in the Duluth Superior area, the most impressive is is it Kenwood? The grocery store in Kenwood. Mount Royal. The Mount Royal grocery store probably has the most impressive deli. I mean, their deli kicks ass on anything that Superior Meats has. Their variety of kebabs and the pre-made. I don't want to talk about it, so I'm gonna have salad for dinner. They had cheese. Of course, they had the cheese that you can get everywhere. Then they had the cheese where you went, oh, that looks somewhat special. Then they had a cooler of cheese that you went, oh, that just looks expensive. Then they had the cheese that's still on the lug, and you say how much you want, and they slice it for you. But I was told the manager there, the guy, I don't know if he's the guy responsible for all things cheese, and his name is Teal. And the guy that helped me, who was also very helpful, not like short with me at all. It's like, hey, I'm looking for this kind of cheese. Oh God, it sounds so familiar. But yeah, there's maybe Sharky, one Sky. Maybe one of you will know, but I was trying to communicate with my lovely wife, and oh, come on, you tell me that I deleted it? Evidently take it back. I never took a picture of it. I sent a picture of it to Christine, which means this block that I'm holding in my fingers, which was from 0 to maybe that thick by the length of my hand, was $27. I mean, I don't know what kind of Parmesan that is, or if it's just that it's from Italy, but I was like, you can get a container of that Kraft shaky stuff for, before the greatest economy ever, it was like a couple bucks. McLean, Matt, don't leave. Klein, I don't like Matt tonight. Jolson says, Echo. Echo 5. Echo 5, E5 is a miss. Jolson, we need cowbell. Tom says, fuck no, we don't need cowbell. And Mr. 27, yes, where is it? I no comprende. Mr. Tom says, Michelob Matt in the house. Okay, Kev Dog with a novel. While PA may be a shithole state, we're pretty lucky with as far as our FTCF license to carry a firearm. I'm guessing. All we have to do is toss our sheriff $20 and you get your license to carry a firearm, as long as you pass the same background check as you get when you purchase firearm. Return time frame is sheriff specific, but my sheriff prints out your permit that day if you pass. Some process a few days to a week. While I believe that you should know how to use your weapon if you are going to carry it, our Second Amendment doesn't say that you need to. It's your right to carry a firearm. It is your duty to know how to use it. Truer words could not be spoken. P.S. he says, next time you drive by 3 miles away with your finger in the air, you'll have to disarm to be legal here. Yeah, I know. If you get caught, only if you get caught. We don't recognize Minnesota's permit at all, and we only recognize residents Florida. Well, I guess it's, here's a weird thing. Most of the time, a state doesn't recognize another state's because the permitting process is a lot easier in that other state. But I can have a Florida permit and do it all correspondence. So Mr. 27 says he's 25th. Then he says, intro brew Matt and brew balmy ladies. Then he says, homie ho. Then he says, double down on the brew babes brew jugs in the introduction. Then he says, 2 minutes and 6 seconds has a nice pair of yummy brew jugs. Oh, and you didn't get that one pulled. Power hair going on right there. Oh yeah, the little, or big Oriental chick. Then he says, I agree, Brubomi, good people don't go into politics. Yeah. Look at those updrafters. Boy, the nipple's way up there. It's probably the bra. Or the, whatever it is. Nighttime edible white chocolate. Miss 27 says, hi, Brew Matt. You're late, but you're here, so that's winning. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Bad. Speaking of Italy. Wow. Sharky, will you ever make it and catch up? Will I ever make it and catch up? That's on the spicy pickle beer from the shits. Stay tuned. Now he's on Tampon Tim. Cheers all, catching up still. Screwtube ate my previous comment. Guess one can't mention a 629. The hell's that? I'll have to pull out the big book. Sharky. SH on to the next. Looks like I'm making it laugh out loud at the Monopoly board. Boy, you're also lucky because if you're only following on WokeTube, one got deleted, so you didn't have to worry about watching that one. Sharky, on the right video. Cheers all, caught up. Hope I'll make it to the end. Took that M1 to the range and didn't hurt my thumb. Pro shooter right there. Then he says, Charlie 2. C2 is a hit. And it's sunk. So we got Sharky, let's see, Sharky, and Sharky getting Colonel Mustard, and Jolson. And it's entirely possible that we're maybe, okay, okay, smart money. I think I stopped doing a shot when there was a hit because there was concerns that I was doing too many shots, and for the betterment of my life, I think that's why I cut it back to doing a shot just when it gets sunk. I don't know. I'm conflicted on what way to go with this because I'm. By the way, or did I mention that I did put the jacket on and was able to zip it up without fighting it? And if someone would have said to me right then and that day, I'll give you $100 if you can actually go for your normal ride on Vivian wearing that jacket, I would have gone. I would, honestly though, I would have to forego the watch and the bracelets because this jacket is legitimately like a race jacket. I mean, it's not all my other leather jackets, which are the same size, by the way, is this one. This one is meant to be I think they probably have a set of leather racing pants that goes with it, and at least if I got a pair of the racing pants, first of all, I'm more round than I am tall, and then I don't have to worry about any issues in the swimsuit area. I do have that going for me. So if we creep back into it, Smile Money, to I'll do a for sure. Unless I get, unless I'm in either A, a really, really good mood, or B, in a really, really shitty mood, I will at least do the shot for the sunk ship. And by the way, just for the record, taking a little page out of somebody else that I know, who's not with us anymore, the 13 shots, all of them except for 4. So if you're homeschooled, that would have been 9. All of the shots, all of the shots except for 4 were compliments of Cobra's near beer. I did not do 13 shots of alcohol. Oops. Just, there we go. It's cleaning the old watch. It's been through an awful abusive amount. I did get this thing on sale, so technically it was the same price as my last Galaxy watch, and this one is by far. There's only one thing. There's only one thing about this watch that would be, I guess, disappointed. If my phone rings, I can look and see who it is, but I cannot take the call on here like I could my Galaxy watch, which I gave to Mr. Solar. So if it works for him, I mean, if you're someone that doesn't like to sleep in a watch, or you don't wear a watch a lot or whatever, I mean, this thing, the battery life on this particular watch is the first few times I got like 14 days between charges. Now I'm not getting as much right now because, you know, I'm using animated background. It's not on all the time, so that helps with its life expectancy. But it also notifies me of a lot of things that make noise on my phone. Not Brad. So this was a Amsfit, and if something happened to this one, which I'm actually surprised, there's no dings or scratches in the screen, but the screen is sapphire, and I have 3. I'm gonna say there's no dings or dents in the screen, and all of a sudden it was like, what's that? Oh, okay, never mind. It came off. I have 3 watches upstairs. All, they weren't free. Well, one was. It was a gift from Johnny Watson, and I cracked the display walking from my dining room into my kitchen, because as you walk through the doorway, our coffee bar sits right here, and our coffee bar has a granite top. Right into the, as you come around the corner, it's the equivalent to a swipe. And I've already hit that with this, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. They do make a screensaver for this, but I'm just kind of, for me, putting a screensaver on a watch is kind of the equivalent to putting plastic covers on your couch, so that when you finally get rid of your couch or die, somebody has a rickety couch that looks brand new. Those are nice. Okay, this is just a shot because of a ship, so I really don't feel like jumping. Of course, if you're gonna reward yourself, it'd be nice to reward yourself with something extra tasty. Okay, the fable I have to put on a bottle timeout, because there's probably 3, maybe 4 shots left in there, and that is it. On the other hand, this, which I think I found some locally, we're down to the same thing, but it's been a while, and you know what? Just like Smalley, I'm a damn good person, and I deserve some. I deserve some with Grandpa. Yeah. Don't stick it out if you're not going to use it. Come over here and... Hey, how many of you guys like to have the tongue dart the fart box? Not you, her to you. I don't know, that's kind of gross, isn't it? Not to mention, think of the last thing that happened. Sharkey. Hey, Matt. Good to see ya, douchebag. Been a while since you were in the basement. What? 2 to go. One of them being Sharky. Sharky, 45, and he doesn't want to keep working. Is it contagious up there in Minnesota, or is the drinking that makes want to be a vegetable? I really don't mind working, actually. Right, the other morning I woke up at like 3:45 and said, you know what, I might as well just go over and work. There's some disappointing things over there. There was a popcorn ceiling in the living room, and I don't know the history of this place. I just know that the ceiling was in need of being repainted. This whole place is covered in nicotine. Obviously, you can wash a flat ceiling, but there's no way to clean a popcorn ceiling. It's called a redo. So I got a really nice airless sprayer from my neighbor John that he was selling, and I really wish I would have bought it now. I told my client Rick about it, and he goes, "Oh, heck yeah, I'll buy that." After using it, I guess I really can't complain, because I know if I asked Rick to borrow it, because I'd like to use the pressure washer that I also bought from John and pressure wash the loose paint on my garage, and then maybe go around and scrape the chunks off and respray it. I know Rick would let me. I was trying to convince Rick that it was a complete piece of shit and he should just give it to me. But kind of falls under, I've made it to 58 years old and never needed a airless sprayer. Of course, it is 454 fluorine and more. But the popcorn ceiling, when I got back the next day after spraying it white, I had a whole bunch of popcorn ceiling laying on the floor, and as of this very moment in time, about 80-90% of the popcorn has been scraped off. My plan was, I took a 10-inch putty, or a 10-inch taping knife, and I duct taped it to my extension stick that I use for coating floors and my broom. And I'm like, if this scraper with little effort if I can take the popcorn ceiling down, it's just gonna keep getting worse. And it was like zzz, with no resistance. I took over 80% of the popcorn down with. The last time I did this, it was because we didn't want a popcorn ceiling. So you take a garden sprayer with warm water, pump it up, spray the ceiling, wait a few minutes, and then take it all off with a scraper. Yeah, this was all falling down completely on its own, and now I'm going to have to clean it and re-popcorn it. Personally, I'd rather just take the rest of it down, but the client wants it re-popcorned. I don't know if I'm ready to Guys, I just want to take a page out of Cheap Old Gun Guy's book and just say that for everything that I've ever bitched or complained about and all the bad shit that I've said about McLean, life is short. And the one thing that I never ever forget about is the friendships that have been made through YouTube. And I won't even throw in some divisive words and about what I think of them, just to say that if it was never for YouTube, I truly wonder what that reality would look like, because the best, I mean, they're not even, I don't even consider most of you even to be friends anymore. No, and I'm not drunk and saying this, McLean. The best people that I know, I have met through this platform. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to start rattling off names because I don't want to, forget people. But some of the people that have had my back through thick and thin, like NIHAP and Jeremy and Caitlin and Big Brother Wade, and being down and out, I've had like McLean call and try his best to make me happy, and the time that we got to spend with Sharky just makes you wanna win the goddamn lottery and be able to go and, okay, dude, Sharky, you're gonna take the next month off. Which direction do you want to go first? Towards Italy or Ireland, France, or Nancy's underpants? just kidding. But just, J-Dog, Jolson. I mean, there's just so many freaking people that are just part of my family. And, it's like, between Jolson, I give him shit all the time because he's my most uninvited guest, but he's also an over-the-road trucker, so he didn't know 10 minutes before he called and said, "So, what are you doing tonight?" I don't know. I don't mean to leave anybody out, but it's just, I just want to say thank you for everything that you think that I have helped some of you manage hard times. Thank you, guys, for everything that you have given me. Not smile money, but just kidding. And it's like, okay, here's one that pisses me off. Ninja, if you're hearing me say this, I'm taking you off the list. He used to at least be up here once a year, 37 minutes away from me at his cabin, and then he sold the cabin. What a dick. He should have just hired me in the form of, here's the keys, use it whenever you want, just make sure that the electricity is good and the windows and the roof don't leak. But no, he had to sell it. I love you guys. Total homo. Cheers. Oh, God. Jerry again? Okay. Cherokee says SH. Wow. Wow. You're from Holland? Made it. Oh. Bad. Mr. 27. Multi-gunman. I don't know. It's like if you're here in the comments, fuck Kev Dog. I mean, this is me. Kev Dog. Fuck him. Okay, let's, here, I guess I'll tell you what I think about this beer. Wow! You're from Holland? Cobra? I tell you, I've told him this, but I am going to be very disappointed if what happened with Mr. Reisner, Rise Arms, if I don't get the opportunity to shake Cobra's hand. I had I don't know, call it a dream or well, it was weird. Well, actually, it wasn't really weird, but Cobra in one of his last videos made a comment about the scenario of how to package up and ship, which is going to be a fairly large item, and he didn't have to worry about it. I drove to Wyoming and spent a long weekend hanging out, drinking near beers. But yeah, I always wanted to see Wyoming, and the plus is no, that wouldn't work out. Put a trailer hitch on Vivian, so that when I got to Wyoming, I could rent a trailer that was like 4 feet by 4 feet, and dry dock that item back eventually. I wonder how many times I'd have to stop for fuel between here and Wyoming. Wasn't too terrible of a drive though. Hey Google, how long would it take to get from my present location to the center of Wyoming?
By car, the trip to geographic center of Wyoming is 16 hours and 15 minutes with light traffic.
Man, that's like an early start. Be on the road. Yeah, be on the road at like 3 a.m. or something like that. I don't know though. I don't know if it'd be good to take the Subaru. I don't know if extensive driving is gonna make the head gasket issue worse, or when it heats up it seals it off and it stops smoking. I don't know. It'd be fun though. Do a long weekend. Oofda. Oofda, senor. Let's see. What do I think about this? It's not the worst hibiscus beer I've ever had. And as far as a blonde ale with hibiscus and rose hips. Now, if that last one was rose, I'm all for it. What was the percentage? 5 something? 5.2. 5.2. I don't know what. Why? Okay, why do we put some of the things that we put in the beers? I guess even I have no idea anymore. But no, I'd give this a 6. It's growing on me. Hey, Violet. Speaking of flowers, she's such a delicate little flower. Okay, we got here. First in the club is a Smile Money. 54 minutes ago. Are we really over an hour? Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh my. He says, cheers, clubbers. In-house intercom. She does a lot of Facebook, and I don't know if I've ever seen her on TikTok, but she likes to see if her big tits float. They don't. He says, cheers, clubbers. Bad says to him, cheers, Smile Money. Smile Money. And Smile Money says back to Bad. Cheers, indeed. Cobra, I'm back in time for the clubhouse time. Yes, you are. Bad. Howdy, clubbers. Rich, another person. I don't imagine a scenario where I say, gosh, it's about time that Rich went back to Iowa. Rich is a great guy. And so are those. Jolson, 2 Hard Sunny Slopes Club doesn't need any cowbell at all. God, I couldn't agree more. Mr. 27 says, brew Bomi club time. Okay, now let's go to the actual video and see what got missed. Oh God. I just like to point out how great that is right there. You can even tell by the look on my face. Okay, sort by Jolson says cheers genitals. That got pulled from my view. I don't know why. Oh yeah. Mr. 27 says Captain Dick Nozzle of the Spaceship Intergalactic hung like a light switch. I don't know why that got pulled. Oops. I accidentally gave Jolson a thumbs down. Matt Davis says, my sexy Matt man. And that got... okay. Okay, let's redo this one last time, and then we'll check Rumble. Okay. Beast Killer Sunrise. We got, let's see, sort by newest. Wade says, hello and happy hump day. Hump day, who am I kidding? That's satanic history. No, that's... Yeah. Oh, okay. Then, Smile Money says first. So there's a comment when you post. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a kind of a pain in the ass. If I ever have to go over and do this full time, I'm going to have to think of something different, because as we learned in the past, Rumble detects so many of the same entries, even when it's the creator, and shuts you down. Okay. Oh. I don't care what time it is. Oh, Sharky. Yes. Now, if we have to go back and you actually said the only way this is going to happen if you answer the question, I'm picking her first because she's got the bigger titties. I'm picking her second because I think she's got the cuter face. And I'm picking her third because she looks less retarded than that one. Joe, just let them go. See if they sink or swim. So, cheers. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Okay, tomorrow. I don't know. I have to go make a preview for Locked and Loaded, and I'm not even sure what I want to talk about. Other than the fact, with everything going on right now, how far are we from possibly being in World War III? I hope the Iranians smarten up. At a bare minimum, though, as a Trump supporter, he has always said Iran can never get the nukes. So how do we have a thing that can penetrate like 2,000 feet? It's something like the equivalent to a 23-story or 36-something story building, the bunker buster that we have. At a bare minimum, Iran can't get the nukes. So if the only thing that we do to Iran is to drop that big, beautiful bomb, and it goes down and it ends their ability to create nuclear weapons, I'm all for it. And Trump has been saying it for over 20 years, long before he was ever running to be president. So someone can't say, oh, well, no new wars. No, Trump has always said Iran can never get nuclear, the ability to build a nuclear bomb. So whatever we need to do to facilitate that, that's right, drop a fucking bunker buster on their ass, and either that or turn the area to glass, one or the other. That's nice. So it's going to be something like that, I'm guessing. So, cheers.